What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. I know you guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely going to want to check this one out. So we got the mayor of LA, Karen Bass, headed for the hills after learning that a whistleblower has came forth with evidence that proves that she actively participated in the cover-up of the Palisades fire, guys. And I'm excited to get into this one. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's scoop. Check this one out.
Tonight we're learning billionaire real estate developer Rick Caruso is reconsidering his decision not to run for LA mayor or elected office this year. It comes after new allegations that Mayor Karen Bass may have ordered a Palisades fire after action report to be watered down. Eyewitness News reporter Liz Nagy joining us live from Pacific Palisades. Liz.
Mark, tonight Rick Caruso tells Eyewitness News he has heard from a lot of people today urging him to reconsider running for mayor. All of this comes after a report from the LA Times that alleges Mayor Karen Bass changed and withheld details in the Palisades report. Tonight Mayor Bass is defiant. She says she and her staff made no changes. Driving into a still dark and desolate Pacific Palisades, roadside signs read, "They let us burn," alongside names including LA Mayor Karen Bass. The LA Times cites two sources that say Mayor Bass ordered edits to the fire department's highly anticipated after-action report. Bass, the Times sources say, told then interim LAFD Chief Ronnie Villanueva she was worried the findings would leave the city legally vulnerable for failures on lack of staffing and pre-deploying fire crews. Sources tell the Times Bass asked for those admissions to be, quote, removed or softened. Initially, this after-action report said the pre-deployment decisions did not align with policy. The Times reports that was then changed to say that the LAFD's pre-deployment plan was above and beyond. Last month, one day before the year anniversary of the Palisades fire, Eyewitness News political reporter Josh Haskell asked Mayor Bass.
You hear reports that the January 7th after-action report was tampered with, watered down.
Very troubling, right. That's very troubling. But again, there are independent reports becoming available.
Now sources tell the LA Times it was Bass who held on to the initial draft until the changes were made. Instead of speaking on camera or answering questions at a jazz celebration this afternoon, Bass's office fired off a statement admonishing the Times and saying in part, "The mayor has been clear about her concerns regarding pre-deployment and the LAFD's response to the fire. There is absolutely no reason why she would request those details be altered or erased when she herself has been critical of the response to the fire." Now, with Mayor Karen Bass on the defensive and a primary election looming, real estate mogul Rick Caruso tells Eyewitness News he's reconsidering his decision on whether to run for political office, calling Bass's alleged edits a complete loss of public trust and an intentional act of covering up the actions that led to people dying.
All right, folks, so this right here is huge. This is what we've been waiting for. We all knew something stunk in that fire and the way that they responded to it, but we didn't know it was this. We've got LA Mayor Karen Bass personally ordering the Pacific Palisades fire cover up. Okay, so new allegations are coming out that Mayor Bass may have ordered a Pacific Palisades fire after action report to be watered down by the fire chief. Okay, so definitely need to see some accountability here. Definitely need to see some prosecutions. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if Gavin Newsom wasn't in on this as well. But I want you guys to hear from Mayor Karen Bass as she did respond to the latest round of allegations, but she didn't say much.
Absolutely no reason or desire that I would want to water down this report. What would be the purpose of covering up a report that I ordered?
I don't know, guys. I'm definitely no body language expert, but based off of her tells right there with her shrieking and shaking all over the place, I believe that she's not telling us all that she knows. And now we have a TV personality star, Spencer Pratt, jumping into the LA mayor's race, saying that he wants to help turn his city around for the best.
Reality TV star Spencer Pratt filed his official paperwork, saying his message to voters is simple.
Because it's me or Karen Bass, and we have no other choice.
Pratt was one of many living in the Pacific Palisades who lost their homes in last January's fires. He became a vocal critic of how Mayor Bass handled the fires and aftermath, announcing his candidacy for mayor at the one-year remembrance for the Palisades fires last month.
She should have resigned a long time ago. It's scary to think what's going on outside of the Palisades where they don't have somebody like me every day trying to expose and fight for accountability.
We asked Pratt what issues are a priority for him outside of the Palisades.
What policies then changes do you believe need to be made for the city of Los Angeles?
Did you drive around here? First, homelessness, because we spend, everyone makes up different numbers, but let's just throw billions. Let's not add billions. We spend billions of dollars to clean the streets up, and there's more homeless now than there have ever been.
A statement that doesn't align with the latest data from the city and county's annual homeless count, which showed small decreases in homelessness for the past 2 years. Though NBC4 previously reported that the Rand Corporation did their own count in 3 neighborhoods and found the city had significantly undercounted the homeless in the last year and year before. Pratt also listed crime and corruption as priorities, saying if elected, he'll enlist the IRS to audit the city government.
Also, as mayor, I have a good relationship with the IRS criminal investigation team. First week, I'm bringing them in. Here's all the books. Open this up. Let's see all the corruption.
This is another huge development. I'm glad to see that someone's willing to step up and do the dirty work. So we've got TV star Spencer Pratt now coming. Isn't that Heidi Montag's husband? Okay, so he's coming out. He lost his home, so he's got something to fight for sure. So he's filed paperwork to run for LA mayor against Karen Bass, and he's planning on exposing it all. And it doesn't sound like it's going to take much work because they already got whistleblowers that are saying, hey, she is as funky as can be. I knew something smelled a little weird in the air, but I want to flip over because Karen Bass is not making herself look innocent whatsoever in this situation, as New York Post is now reporting that Karen Bass bailed on her public events as questions started to swirl in the wake of the fire report. Okay, so let's check out exactly what's going on there. And I'm only going to read, a couple sentences of this one just to give you guys a little, overview of what's happening here. I mean, you can pretty much see she does not want to do any interviews. We got a 10-second clip from her. She's not really answering for herself, or she's trying to take a little time to get her story straight. So it says Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass canceled a scheduled public appearance at the last minute in the wake of the damning report accusing her of secretly watering down the details of the official Palisades fire response. Okay, so the embattled mayor was due to attend a ribbon cutting ceremony earlier today. That was on Friday, or yesterday on Friday, for permanent housing development for the homeless. Oh, very ironic. It's the homeless. Okay, in the San Fernando Valley Friday morning. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense now. Karen Bass does not want to be caught up in this mess right here. She wants Gavin Newsom to go down too. I wouldn't be surprised if she just starts throwing names out there, because it wasn't just her in on this one. And I got to flip over once again because even CNN is taking shots at these loonies on the left, criticizing what they say is her fixation on President Donald Trump when she's got bigger issues mounting at home.
Let's talk about Karen Bass for a minute too. She said she wakes up every day worried about Donald Trump. I mean, 7,000 houses burned down, and she was in Ghana last year. I think she should wake up every day trying to get those houses rebuilt. There's only been 10 that have been rebuilt. LA is a disaster. I was there last week. RVs lining the street because there's 200,000 people who don't have homes. I'm very tired, especially of Mamdani and Bass opining on all of these national issues when their cities need people who are managing what's going on the street. Her city is.
I can definitely understand why folks are now saying that Karen Bass's priorities are all the way backwards, especially after we've seen that Fire Aid concert that raised over $100 million for the victims of the Palisades fires. But where did that money ever go? I want to know.
I don't know if you remember, but right after the Palisades fire, there was that big concert that I was so upset they didn't invite Heidi to perform at. The LA Fire Aid concert. Do you remember that? And some of you remember, I'm sure. Well, guess what? They raised $100 million, and they haven't said where any of that money went. And they've been asked for accounting. So first off, I'm glad Heidi didn't go waste her time performing for money that actually nobody knows where it went. Think about that. $100 million raised for residents, community things, and funds that are supposed to help with the Palisades, and there's no accounting or where the money went. They're not telling anyone. Is that? I mean, I haven't even had my coffee yet. What?
They gotta be ashamed of themselves. That money was meant to be helping out these victims recover from that devastating loss. But get this, now residents are claiming that rebuilding is being completely stalled because the fire department is saying that they have to go out and buy their own fire hydrants. You can't make this stuff up.
Big rebuilding delay for victims of the Palisades fire. They were told they would have to pay for a public fire hydrant. They were never told the cost of a new fire hydrant, but they believe their insurance would never cover it.
So the couple fought the city and won. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell has the 7 on Your Side investigation.
As if losing your home of 34 years wasn't bad enough, the rebuilding process for Pacific Palisades residents Chris and Jeff Spitz has been anything but smooth.
The fire department came back and said, well, before we approve this permit, we need a new hydrant to be put in because you guys are more than twice the legal limit from the closest fire hydrant. And please contact LA DWP to get a cost estimate for what you'll have to pay to build this and install this new fire hydrant.
It was so shocking that I was nauseated by it because our insurance certainly wouldn't have covered that.
The Spitzes felt they were being punished for wanting to rebuild. Adding to the confusion, this hydrant issue didn't come up for their neighbors who built new homes within the last 10 years before the fire.
We didn't just tear this down willy-nilly and say, oh, we want to build a brand new house. This is just trying to come back.
The closest fire hydrant to the Spitzes' home is roughly 1,000 feet away. And as you can see, all of the homes in their neighborhood, especially the homes closer to the fire hydrant, burned in the Palisades fire.
There's currently 2 fire hydrants near the Spitzes' home. One at Lombard Avenue and Via de las Olas, and one at Lombard Avenue and Friend Street.
My level of outrage is through the roof. I really can't imagine much more insulting something to someone that has lost their home with this kind of devastation that they need to pay to put in new fire hydrants.
Los Angeles City Councilwoman Tracy Park represents Pacific Palisades and arranged a meeting with the LAFD and LADWP last month to resolve this issue. After being stalled in the rebuilding process for 11 weeks, the Spitzes were told by their councilwoman the issue had been resolved. LADWP tells Eyewitness News they will cover the cost of installing a new fire hydrant at the price tag of $35,000. Based on discussions with the LAFD, DWP doesn't anticipate that additional fire hydrants will be needed in the Palisades. But if they are, who pays for it will be determined on a case-by-case basis.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness, this situation is definitely heating up very quickly. At first, it was just a bunch of speculation, but now we have whistleblower claims with actual proof and evidence that Mayor Karen Bass was in on this whole cover-up of the fire, and I'm really concerned about the victims in this situation because again, we've seen all that money being raised, over $100 million with the Fire Aid concert, and then come to find out no one's getting any of that money. And then on top of that, folks are looking to rebuild their home. I mean, we're over a year past when the fire hit, and folks still aren't able to rebuild on their land. They're getting all these types of weird stipulations from the fire department saying that they need to buy a fire hydrant. I've never heard that in my life, but $35,000 to buy a new fire hydrant on top of the cost to, rebuild your home. I just don't believe that this is fair whatsoever. They don't deserve this. But again, you're seeing a greedy leadership. We've got that greasy Gavin Newsom and slimeball Karen Bass who are just, they don't care. They're just going to take advantage of the people. I would not be surprised to see if she is unseated by either Spencer Pratt or whoever else is the challenger up there, because we clearly see that there is tons of negligence within her administration, guys. And I'll continue to follow this one. This is just very, I feel like introductory onto what's been happening behind the scenes in the Palisades fire. So there's definitely going to be more information that comes out, and I'll follow it and cover it right here with your boy RetroStef, guys. But now is the time. I want you all to hop in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this one. What are you guys suspecting? Is Bass in on it? Is Bass in on it? Is Gavin Newsom in on it? You guys got to let me know. And did I miss anything here? Hop in that comment section. Comments are open. I'm excited to hear what you guys are thinking on this one. And before you guys go, if you could, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you guys would enjoy more content like this coming from your boy RetroStef, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one week.